On tonight's show, Oklahoma has misspent hundreds of millions of dollars from the federal government. The MTV Music Awards on Sunday brought some big names to the stage. Later in the show, we'll have the 2025 VMA winners. UCO football has just kicked off the season. Sports fans, stay tuned for a look at the game. For all you Star Wars lovers, Darth Vader's lightsaber broke records while being auctioned off. Jeremy Ramirez will have a look at your weather as we're into the last weeks of summer.
Live from Central Oklahoma, this is UCentral News.
Good afternoon, Broncos. Welcome to the first UCentral newscast of the semester. I'm Zach Sexton.
And I'm Valerie Scott. Stay tuned for a look at the VMA winners and how Oklahoma misspent hundreds of millions of dollars from the federal government.
The U.S. Department of Justice and the Oklahoma Attorney General's office submitted a joint motion to deny in-state tuition to illegal aliens. The DOJ has filed complaints against Oklahoma and 4 other states which argue that their state laws, which allow for immigrants lacking permanent status to receive in-state tuition, unconstitutionally discriminate against U.S. citizens who are not given the same privileges.
According to Non-Doc, Oklahoma Attorney General Ginter Drummond reached out to the DOJ after DOJ filed similar complaints against Texas and resolved them over the summer. The joint motion published by the DOJ and Attorney General Drummond agreed that the 2007 law allowing immigrants who have residential status to have in-state tuition rates violates the Supremacy Clause of the Constitution and should no longer be enforced.
Oklahoma and Texas so far have agreed that the DOJ ended these programs, but Illinois, Minnesota, and Kentucky's complaints are still active.
Governor Kevin Stitt announced Operation Swift Action for families everywhere on Thursday, September 4th. The Oklahoma.gov website describes Operation Safe as an effort to return order and safety to Tulsa by clearing homeless encampments, trash, and criminal activity from state-owned property inside the city.
The Mental Health Association of Oklahoma, a nonprofit organization that focuses on mental health and homelessness outreach, criticized Stitt on Instagram, saying that using highway patrol to clear encampments will not only traumatize Oklahomans trying to survive out in the elements, but it does nothing to increase our supply of affordable housing and supportive services.
The MHA made another Instagram post earlier today urging Tulsans to call their street outreach team if they see an Oklahoma Highway Patrol clearing homeless encampments so they can offer support services.
The busiest intersection in Edmond is under construction. Jeremy Ramirez is on Kelly and Danforth with more information.
Hey Broncos, UCentral's Jeremy Ramirez, and today I'm out here at one of Edmond's busiest intersections. Behind me, thousands of cars pass through Danforth and Kelly daily. That is precisely why the city of Edmond has kicked off a $9 million construction project focused on improving sidewalks, medians, turn lanes, and more. But the project is expected to last at least 6 months. So keep that in mind. If you're planning on getting a morning coffee at that Starbucks on my right, on your way to class, add a few more minutes to your commute. At Danforth and Kelly, I'm Jeremy Ramirez with UCentral News.
Next, Jeremy Ramirez has our first look at weather.
Alrighty, thank you guys. Currently we are sitting at that 81 degrees with partly sunny skies. Just a slight breeze going through campus right now. Winds south to southeast at 15 miles per hour. 42% at humidity, and it does, I can confirm, feel like that 81 degrees outside, a little warm for fall for sure. Now, weather headlines across the state. Our storm chances tonight are going to be in the Panhandle and in northwestern Oklahoma. Here in the metro, we've got low rain chances for Oklahoma City and Edmond. And I have some bad news that summer heat is returning later in the week. I will have all of that and more for you guys later in the show.
Oklahoma's top auditor says the state misspent nearly $100 million from the federal government. Austin Hedgecoff shows us what that could mean for taxpayers.
Oklahoma State Auditor Cindy Bird released the Oklahoma Federal Audit for 2023 last week. The report explores how Oklahoma is spending federal funds.
And it's like a checkup to make sure that the state of Oklahoma is utilizing these grant funds for the purposes that the federal government gave them to Oklahoma for.
Though what Bird found, $93 million spent in ways it shouldn't have been spent.
Now, to put that into perspective, before the pandemic, we were seeing around $5 million a year in question cost. Now we are up to $93 million in question cost.
Byrd says, like many states, Oklahoma wasn't prepared for the windfall of cash that came down from the federal government during the pandemic. Looking at recent audit reports from states similar in size to Oklahoma, Louisiana identified $260 million in question costs, Connecticut $167 million, Oklahoma $93 million, and Utah $47 million. Byrd says the mismanagement left thousands of Oklahomans without the help they should have received in areas like daycare and rental assistance. Now the federal government will decide if Oklahoma needs to pay that money back.
If this federal government requests Oklahoma to pay these funds back, it will be us, the taxpayers, who pay these funds back to the federal government.
Byrd says change is a must to protect the taxpayers and those in need.
Any dollar misspent means that someone didn't get the service that a taxpayer paid for.
From the last 3 years of Oklahoma's federal single audits, the combined question audits stand at more than $186 million.
President Donald Trump is working to protect prayer in public schools. Monday, Trump announced plans to issue new guidance on prayer in school during the visit to the Museum of the Bible in Washington, D.C. The Education Department is expected to issue the guidance. The announcements come after the incident in Texas, where a student was prevented from organizing a group prayer on school grounds. Trump also says the initiative is aimed at getting people to pray for the country will be announced soon. The White official said a program will be tied to the upcoming 250th anniversary of the country's founding.
Jeremy Ramirez will have our full look at weather after the break.
The University of Central Oklahoma grows and thrives. We move to meet our students where they are and get them where they want to go. Over time, thousands of students have made the move to UCO. They come to pursue their passions and find their calling, to improve their lives, families, and communities. UCO moves and motivates students in and out of the classroom. Here, potential takes flight. Our students' curiosity ignites a spark that fuels transformation. Oklahoma's Metropolitan University, the university that hasn't stopped moving since 1890. In fact, we are gaining momentum. This is where movement is. This is the University of Central Oklahoma.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
Welcome back, Broncos. Again, we're at 81 degrees, partly sunny skies, just that slight breeze like I had mentioned, winds coming from the south to southeast at only 15 miles per hour. Humidity at 42%, and it does feel like that 81 that it is, unfortunately. You can definitely tell fall and summer are competing out there. Now, weather headlines across the state. Our storm chances are going to be in the Panhandle tonight in northwestern Oklahoma. Here in the metro, we've got low rain chances in Oklahoma City and in Edmond. And unfortunately, that summer heat is returning later in the week. Now, our allergy index. Tree and grass, we've got little to nothing going on. Weed is going to be some cause for concern at that medium to high there. And mold, also keep an eye out on that. Now, severe weather threats, like I had mentioned, they're going to be in the northwestern part of the state and the panhandle. We've got little to no risk for tornado and flooding, but just a slight risk of hail and wind. So if you do plan on traveling, just keep that in mind. We all know how Oklahoma weather can change in an instant. Now, current conditions across the state. We've got 80s across the board, except for there in Enid, 79 degrees, Clinton 83, Idabel 81 degrees, Miami also at 81, Guyman 88 degrees, a little bit warmer there. Tonight, we're looking at 63 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Wind slowing down a little bit, coming from the south at 9 miles per hour, but wind gusts can reach up to 21 miles per hour. And like I had mentioned, just a very slight chance of rain here in the metro, only 10%. Now, tonight, we've got those possible storm chances up in the panhandle there, but as 60s across the board, 58 in Miami, 63 in Tulsa. Here in the metro, we're looking at 63, Ardmore 60 degrees. Tomorrow, it's going to heat up quite a bit, 90 degrees there in Guyman, Altus 91. Miami, a little bit cooler, down at 80, 83 there in Tulsa, and here in the metro, we're looking at 84. Now, our daily forecast. Tomorrow, we are looking at 64 degrees there in the morning when you're getting ready for school. In the afternoon, heating up there at 76 degrees with sunny skies. Towards dinner time, it's going to heat up quite a bit there at 84 degrees. Now, our 7-day forecast. We're going to start off there at 84 degrees. Clear skies Wednesday and Thursday, 20% chance of storms there. 89 degrees for both days. Friday, 93 degrees, 92 there on Saturday. Sunday and Monday, 90s as well. In the evenings, we're going to be generally there at 60s, but on the weekend, it will heat up a little bit there at 70 degrees. Now, that's all I have for you guys right now. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Jeremy, for that look at our weather. Up next, coming up, we have a Video Music Awards where Sunday, September 7th, and it was a night full of laughter and tears.
And former Disney star Debbie Ryan has exciting news. Chelsea Rios has your social media update after the break.
It's time to explore, to come out and play. Our city is waiting, so what do you say? Whether daytime or nighttime, the right time is now. Finding those moments to make you go wow. Amazing new places to fit every mood. Shopping and dining. Did we mention the food? There are green parks and ballparks and water parks too. Museums, attractions, and also a zoo. The modern frontier is the friendliest place. Now is the time for your dreams to be chased.
It's the Roadway Replay.
Time for the lightning round, Brian. Let's rewind your drive to work. How far did your car travel while you checked your phone? 20 feet, 100 feet, the length of a football field?
100 feet.
Oh, sorry, Brian. In just 3 seconds on the highway, your car traveled the length of a football field.
Distracted driving? It's no game.
Hello Broncos, I'm Chelsea Rios and this is your social media update. The MTV Video Music Awards just happened Sunday. The VMAs opened big with Doja Cat performing her new single, Jealous Type, with musician Kenny G. The set was 80s inspired with Doja Cat dressed as MTV's world's first computer-generated host, Max Headroom. Going into the awards, Lady Gaga was awarded the first Moon Person Award for Artist of the Year. She was the most nominated with 12. There was also a tribute for late musician Ozzy Osbourne, which was performed by artists Youngblood and Aerosmith. The winners for this year's VMA started with Lady Gaga winning Artist of the Year. Winner for Video of the Year was Ariana Grande for her music video, Brighter Days Ahead. Winners for Song of the Year was won by Rosé and Bruno Mars for APT. Winner for Best New Artist was Alex Warren. Best Pop and Best Album was won by Sabrina Carpenter. Best Collaboration category was won by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars for their song Die With a Smile. Best Hip Hop category was won by Doechii for her song Anxiety. Best R&B was won by Mariah Carey for her song Type Dangerous. Megan Maroney won for their song Am I Okay? Born Again by Lisa featuring Doja Cat, and Ray won Best K-Pop category. Back to Friends by Somber won Best Alternative. Coldplay with their song All My Love won Best Rock. Best Latin was won by Shakira for song Soltera. Best Afrobeats was won by Tyla for her song Push to Start. And last but not least, MTV Push Performance of the Year was won by Cat's Eye for Touch. Disney star Debbie Ryan just announced her first pregnancy. Debbie Ryan and husband Josh Dunn, drummer for 21 Pilots, marked a big milestone after being married for 5 years. Debbie Ryan announced her pregnancy on Instagram with the caption, Done and Done +1. Many fans worldwide are reacting with excitement on social media, with one person on Twitter saying, "Where were you when you found out Debbie Ryan is pregnant? I'm eating McDonald's." All the familiar faces from Sesame Street have a new home, YouTube. The nonprofit behind the show, Sesame Workshop, is entering into a new partnership with YouTube beginning in January of 2026. Sesame Workshop announced the partnership in an Instagram post on Thursday, September 4th. The post said that YouTube will have the largest digital library of Sesame Street content. New episodes of the show will continue to premiere on Netflix and the public broadcasting service. Travis Kelce is excited about his engagement to Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce announced their engagement last week. Kansas City Chiefs football player spoke about his reaction on the latest episode of his New Heights podcast with his older brother Jason Kelce, a former player for the Philadelphia Eagles. On the podcast, Jason Kelce said, "Travis, we gotta talk about it. If you haven't heard, the Instagram post heard round the world, Travis and Taylor are engaged. Their first major public engagement as a couple was at the Cincinnati Bearcats game last week." Some of the country music younger stars may soon be taking home a handful of hardware. Lainey Wilson, Ella Langley, and Megan Maroney each received 6 nominations for the 59th Annual Country Music Awards Association. Zach Top picked up 5 CMA nods, while Riley Green and Cody Johnson both collected 4. Johnson, Wilson, Morgan Wallen, Chris Stapleton, and Luke Combs are nominated for Entertainer of the Year. The show will air live from Nashville on November 19th. And that's all for your social media update. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Valerie.
UCO football had a big win this weekend. Zach will have the full story after the break.
Rugged, rough, built for the road ahead.
Sometimes I feel like a shell of a man.
Commercials are fake. What you're feeling isn't. Call or text 988, Oklahoma's mental health lifeline.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
The University of Central Oklahoma grows and thrives. We move forward, daily living the Bronco way, being reflective of our neighborhood, community, history, and Oklahoma. This is what has made us who we are. Oklahoma's Metropolitan University, the third largest university in Oklahoma. This is where movement is. This is the University of Central Oklahoma.
Hello Broncos, this is your sports update. UCO is now ranked number 15 in the AFCA coaches poll and number 12 in the D2Football.com. The Broncos took down conference rival Pittsburgh State on Saturday night under the lights of Chad Richardson Stadium. The Broncos started the scoring early with a 66-yard run by Jalen Cottrell to put UCO 7-zip. Cottrell would finish the game with 131 yards on 10 attempts. Fast forward to late in the fourth quarter, Pitt State with a 30-yard field goal to send the game into overtime. But the kick goes wide left and the Broncos win their first MIAA matchup of the season, 27-24. Next up for the Broncos is Washburn on September 20th, back at home. Going on over to the hard court now, UCO volleyball swept the competition this weekend in Texas, and on Monday, the Broncos swept the MIAA Player of the Week awards. The number 7 ranked Broncos went 4-0 last week at the Patriot Classic in Tyler, Texas. Lindsey Horan was named MIAA Setter of the Week. Caitlin Parrott was named MIAA Defensive Player of the Week. And Kendra Burke was named MIAA Offensive Player of the Week. Horan was also named to the all-tournament team along with freshman outside hitter Cameron Glover. UCO will face Oklahoma Baptist Tuesday night at Hamilton Fieldhouse at 6 p.m. The UCO women's soccer team had 2 scrimmages this weekend in Mankato, Minnesota. They first played Minnesota State on Friday, September 7th. The final score was a tie 0-0. Avery Bass made a clean sheet, having 5 saves that game. On Sunday, they played Augustana and fell short on the final score being 1-3. Their next upcoming game will be a home opener September 11th as they will be playing Midwestern State at 7 p.m. at Tom Thompson Field.
So what about those sports things? Coming up next, we have Star Wars prop sold at auction for $3.6 million. And Jeremy will have a look at our last look at weather after the break.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable. The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
Expanding horizons, making room for the new. The modern frontier is ready for you. There's more to discover, more fun to be found. Our city is rising, just look around. Attractions, adventures, excitement and thrills. Rooms of beauty and history where knowledge is filled. A convergence of cultures in spectacular places. Open skies, open minds, and wide open spaces. The modern frontier awaits you to embrace it.
Darth Vader's lightsaber, used in 2 of the original Star Wars films, has sold at an auction for $3.6 million. The prop store auction says a new record has the highest auction price for a Star Wars film. Star Wars item film. The prop used in 1980s The Empire Strikes Back and the 1993 Return of the Jedi. Also in the entertainment-themed auction, the bullwhip, belt, and holster Harrison Ford used in the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade went for nearly $500,000.
Jeremy Ramirez will have our last look at weather.
Alrighty, thank you guys. Let's take one last look at that daily forecast. Tomorrow, 7 a.m., partly cloudy skies. We're looking at that crisp 64 degrees, but don't hold your breath for the rest of the day. Around noon, we're going to heat up to about 76 degrees, sunny skies, but it will be breezy. Tomorrow night for dinner, 5 p.m., sunny skies as well, and we will sadly be approaching those 90s again, 84 degrees. Now let's take one other look at our 7-day forecast here. Again, 80s and 90s there across the board. Tuesday 84, Wednesday 89, Wednesday and Thursday with Thursday with a slight chance of rain there. Then we're heating up Friday into the 90s, Saturday 92, Sunday 93, and Monday at 91. And for our evenings, generally we're going to have 60s all week in the evenings, but Saturday and Sunday, between there we might have a warmer night at 70 degrees. That's all I've got for now. Back to you guys.
Pope Leo has canonized the first millennial saint. He's Carlo Acutis, an Italian man who died of leukemia at age 15. Born in 1991, Acutis created a website to document miracles and spread his faith. It earned him the nickname God's Influencer. His story has attracted wide attention from Catholic youth, and many were at the Vatican to witness the ceremony this Sunday. Pope Leo is also canonizing Pier Giorgio Frassata, who died in 1925 at age 24. He was also Italian and was known for helping others. He succumbed to polio 100 years ago. Well, Broncos, that's all the time we have for today. My name is Zachary Sexton.
And I'm Valerie Scott. Good night, Broncos.